Welcome to episode 4 of Engines of Maine Central. Today I will be covering the Class 046Os. I'm sorry for taking so long to make this. I've been busy with other stuff, but I'm here now to do it, and I will do the best I can, so let's get into it. The Maine Central owned 52 O-class units split into 5 subclasses, built from 1903 to 1923. The O's, the O1s, the O2s, the O3s, and the O4s, built by Lima, Baldwin, Schenectady, Rhode Island, and Pittsburgh. They could be found in passenger and freight service. The Maine Central had only 4 steam engines newer than the 804 engines built in 1923. Several lasted until 1953. The Class O's consisted of engines built by Alco Schenectady, 5 built in 1903 and 8 built in 1905, all with 21 by 26 inch cylinders and 63-inch drivers, numbered 351 to 363. All had an inside valve gear. The Class O1s, numbered 364 to 372, were duplicates of these O-class, but all 9 were built in 1906 by Alco's plant in Providence, the Rhode Island Locomotive Works. All had Walshart's valve gears. The Class O's 2s were essentially the same as the previous subclasses, but all 10 were built by Baldwin in 1907 and 1908, numbered 373 to 382. The Class 03s consisted of 12 locomotives, 8 built by Alco Pittsburgh in 1918 and 4 built by Alco Schenectady in 1920, numbered 401 to 408 and 409 to 412, respectively. The engines were not numbered in the same series as the earlier O-class engines because their specifications were different. Cylinders were much larger, 22 by 28 inches, and drivers were 67. They were only slightly more powerful than the earlier O-class engines because the higher drivers offset the large cylinders. The appearance was distinctive because of the large air tank mounted on the pilot deck. The O3 and O4 class used Baker valve gears. The Class 04s consisted of 8 locomotives built by the Lima Locomotive Works in 1923. They were numbered 383 to 390, continuing the O2 class number series since they also had 63-inch drivers and the cylinders were 20 by 28. However, rather than the 21 by 16-inch used on the O and O1 and O2 classes, their power was approximately the same because the longer stroke offset the reduction in the cylinder bore. All units most likely had Maine Central 3-chime whistles that sounded somewhat like this. Unfortunately, none of the O-classes survived. It would have been so nice to see some of these 10-wheelers in action. All units were out of service by 1953, and all were likely scrapped within the years to follow. I will put the links to the sites I used in the description. See you next episode.